taking that complete surrender, just let the body feel heavy in Shavasana. And as you lie in Shavasana, just being aware of your day today. How did your day go? Was there any points that were challenging? Is there any parts that felt stressful? And as you inhale and exhale, just feeling the breath coming in and going back out. Start to let your day drift away. As you exhale, allow the face to soften, shoulders to release. Fingers to maybe peel open. There we go, holding on. Lower back to sink a little deeper into your mat. Releasing the legs, the feet, the toes. When you're ready, bring your legs together. Inhale, stretch your arms up and long behind you, pushing the heels away. You're bringing the palms together. And as you exhale, draw the right knee in towards the chest and squeeze it in. From here, let that foot come to your inner leg in a supported tree pose. So that right knee is going out to the side, the foot is on the inner leg. You can always support your knee if you need to. Bring your hands to your heart center in our prayer position. Just take this moment to honor yourself. Every part of you. Maybe repeating your affirmation, feeling it within the heart. Start to take the arms long, reaching the arms behind you, keeping the palms together, staying in that supported tree pose. Pushing the heel away like you're grounding down into the earth beneath you. Draw that right knee back to center. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, draw the right knee in, squeezing the knee to the chest. Release the leg, release the arm, sending the legs long, the arms long. Take that inhale, and as you exhale, draw the left knee in, squeezing it in. Sending that lower back a little closer to your mat. Letting that knee now go out to the side, the foot to the inner leg. Bringing your hands back to your heart center. Coming back to the word self-care. What does self-care mean to you? What things really nourish your soul, raise your vibration? What things really heal you, soothe you? Take that inhale, send the arms long, keeping the palms together. Pushing that right heel away, again grounding down into the earth. Just visualize yourself grounding into the earth. Starting to slowly feel more present. Draw that left knee in. Bring the arms back to the knees, squeeze the knee in, give yourself that hug. Send the whole body long, push the heels away, the arms away. Shuffle the legs over to your right side as far as you can take them. Maybe crossing the left leg over the right. And we're going to move the head and the arms over to our right side and hold on to our left wrist with our right hand. Just make sure your arms are on the ground so you're not holding them up, you're resting them down. Maybe keeping the eyes closed here. Allowing the inner gaze, that dristy point, to delve deeper within. When ready, make your way back to center. Ready to walk the legs to your left side, again as far as you can, keeping the feet together, maybe crossing the right leg over the left, and then moving the head and the arms over to your left side too, holding the right wrist with the left hand. Stretching long into that right arm. ready, make your way back to center. Bringing the arms down alongside you. We're going to draw both knees into the chest, squeeze them in, and then bring the arms through the knees, through the legs, and take hold of the outside edge of your feet. Happy baby pose. I'd like you to move whatever way feels good. Sometimes it's nice to keep the knees bent. Sometimes it's nice to extend each leg. You move what works best this evening. Taking 2 more breaths in, happy baby. And then draw the knees back into the chest. Take that roll side to side. Taking that roll onto one side when you're ready. And let's come up and into our table. So coming into that table position, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You can have your pillow or your bolster towards the top of your mat. We're going to draw in our right knee towards our hands, big toe side of the mat, and sit back into that left leg. So walk that left leg back. It feels quite nice to sometimes use our support. So it can be that our hands are on our support and we drop our head down to the mat. We get that arm stretch as well. Or maybe we're bringing our bolster, our pillow, to underneath the chest, and we bring the chin down to that support. Again, choose that version that works best today. And then once you're there, you take that rest. In our yin yoga, the idea is we delve further into the layers of the body, the 5 koshas. We delve deeper into the muscles of the body. The longer that we hold our pose, the deeper that we are able to go. And of course, you listen. If you need to come out sooner, and take that guidance from your body. Just let your eyes close and be guided by your breath. Let's take 2 more breaths here. When you're ready, roll back up. You just need to push that support out of the way. Bring your hand either side of that knee. We're going to step it back into a down dog just to take that pedal, that walk, whatever we need. Push back into your heels. And in the head, feel heavy, like it's weighing down to the earth. And then drop your knees back down to your mat. So we have the other side to do. We want to bring our left knee forward, let that big toe go out to the side of our mat, and walk our right leg back. You're deciding where that support goes, what feels best as you come down towards the ground. Just try and have your hips in line. So you're not sitting on the left glute, you're just kind of drawing your right hip towards your left heel. The 2 points are meeting. Once again, make any adjustments and then just close your eyes. Where does that breath need to go? Where are you holding tension? Just as your day drifts away, just see if you can let that tension drift away too. Maybe even saying to different parts of your body, it's okay. It's okay to release. It's okay to let go. Taking 2 more breaths. When you feel ready, rolling back up. Framing that left knee. We're going to step back once again, down dog. Last time here, so really take whatever movement you need. Maybe it's a hold, maybe it's a bend into the knees, a stretch side to side. Taking one more breath here before you drop your knees back to your mat. So in that table position, let's just shift the hands slightly forward. Let's come into our circles. Sitting back, pausing anywhere that we need to. Rolling through the body. Lovely long inhale, exhale, and if you need that sigh out, take it. across your circle. And one more circle here. And sit back to your heels, rest your forehead down on your mat for a moment in child's pose. Stretching into the whole of the spine, the shoulders, the arms. Taking 2 more breaths. And 1 more. And when you're ready, rolling back up. Take your time. We're going to sit down. And we're going to just take our feet hip width apart. So you can either grab your bolster or you can grab your block. If you're using your bolster, I'm going to have it here. Feels quite nice with the bolster, actually quite soothing. Toes pointing upwards. We're just going to walk down our bolster. So it might be that we need a little bit more support on it for our head. Might be that we rest our hands and our head comes to our hands. Might be that we reach towards that bolster and we turn our left ear onto some support. You decide. Just letting the head melt into that support. It doesn't have to work hard to hold itself up, it's just letting go. As you rest here, maybe letting go of any mental tension. Sometimes the hardest tension to release. The mind jumping from thought to thought. If you do have your head turned, just do turn it the other way now. Taking 2 more breaths. And when you're ready, just slowly rolling back up. So shifting that bolster out of the way for a moment. We're going to bring soles of the feet together. So I would bring soles quite close to you, and then you pick that bolster back up, or that pillow, on top of the feet, and you take that walk forwards again. Now don't be afraid to grab extra support. It might be a little bit more challenging this way. We can use our block, our blanket, whatever feels best. Try and see if you can let your arms go this time. So if you stack your support high enough to support your head, the hands, the arms can rest. So feeling that now more in the inner legs, the groin, the hips, the pelvis. Make any final adjustments so you can be still. Inhaling all of the way in. Slowly exhaling out. Let's rest here. In for a few more breaths now. When you feel ready, just slowly make your way back up. If you have an oil that you're using, just grab it. We're going to bring the soles of our feet, if it feels comfortable, on top of our support. And you bring them together, you kind of peel them open, like you're peeling open pages of a book. If it feels comfortable, if not, just take your support away. It can always be something lower as well. Grab your oil that you're going to be using, or cream, bring it into the palms of the hands, and then apply it to the feet. Just a stroke in action down the soles of the feet. And then from here, using your thumbs, you can work into the big toes. This represents the head, the neck. And as you move down the foot on that inner edge, that's all along the spine. So just have a feel of the feet. Is there an area that you feel more drawn to? The very middle of the foot relates to our solar plexus. It's a really nice pressure point if you feel low in energy. And you also have that same pressure point just in the middle of the thumb and the first finger. So you can always press here if you're standing in a queue waiting at the supermarket. That point is always there and available. So just a little self-care massage. Every part of the foot relates to different parts of the body. If you've had reflexology, you'd be aware of that. It's very, very fascinating. Once you've finished that, just take the fists, pat into the feet, soles, outer edge, maybe move the legs, go up and down the legs a little, inner leg, working up towards the lymphatic area, around the groin, behind the knee, you've got lymphatic points. And release, just shake the arms. So we're going to grab our bolster, our support again, and it's going to be on our right side of our body. Do maybe grab a pillow or a blanket for the top of your bolster. And you can make that as high as you might need. So we have done this before. Our right hip is going to be into that bolster. It's our right knee that's in front. So kind of at a right angle with your bolster, if you like. Left leg is behind. Now, the further back you take that left leg, the more you're going to feel this stretch. So if you feel that you need to adjust, you bring that knee forward. So just play around with it once you come down. So we're turning the belly towards that support. Don't worry, it's probably not going to come all the way, you know, completely on that bolster, but the idea is you're twisting and turning. We're going to ring through the spine. So you twist, you turn, you maybe bring your hands down, you drop your forehead down. If your neck is feeling okay, I'd like you to bring your left ear down to that support. Don't be afraid to adjust it so it feels comfortable. And then once you're there, you're just hugging your bolster, your pillow, just gently. And then this is where you can play around with that top leg. Do you need to bring it closer to your right knee if the stretch feels too much? Or can you shift it further back? You can bring your right foot towards the side of your mat and shift that left knee back. So find that point that feels good, but make sure there's no pain. And we're going to rest just here. I'd like you to close your eyes. And just let your breath travel the length of your spine. Working through the vertebrae one at a time. Let the shoulders feel heavy. No gripping with the hands. Taking a few more breaths. you have your head turned, just bring it back to center for a moment. Very slowly roll back up. Just before you come all the way out of the pose, just drop your elbow down. Send your left arm long. You can even send that left leg long. You can even just stretch a little, pushing up into that left hip and glute just for a moment. And then drop back down. So we're going to move on to the other side. So you just either turn the opposite way or pick up that bolster to the other end of your mat. So left hip now. Grab that pillow, that blanket, whatever you're using. Pull that bolster so it's right into your left hip. Left knee is pointing forwards, right knee is back, and just shuffle that foot so it's towards the edge of your mat. We're turning tummy down towards that bolster, maybe crossing the arms, maybe we're turning that right ear all the way down, adjusting so we feel comfortable, making sure we're not gripping with the fingers or the feet. Making any adjustments, we can just allow our body to then be still. Closing the eyes, checking back in with the vertebrae of the spine. And just finding stillness now, resting there. Taking 2 more breaths. If you have the head turned, just bring it back to center. And then very slowly just rolling up. We're going to drop that left elbow down. Take that stretch with the right arm. And we have that option of right leg long. And just push up if we want to. Just reaching back. Pushing into that hip. And release down. So we're going to keep our bolster in this position, but we're going to grab a block underneath it. So we want to make our head a little higher now. We're also going to use our yoga belt. So have that buckle in your belt if you haven't already got it. And then we bring that belt around our lower back. So just sit through it or bring it around and then buckle it. So make sure that belt is into the lower back and you're also sitting against your bolster. You're then going to take that strap, bring the soles of the feet together, take that strap around the feet, and you might need to make your strap tighter. Mine definitely needs to be tighter so you feel that pull on your strap. So you've got that tension on your strap. Once you have that in place, you lie back over your bolster. We're going to start to work into opening the chest and the heart. So I'd like you to let your arms come out to the side, palms facing upwards, soles of the feet are together. If you need to make any adjustments, you take them now. That strap needs to be tighter. That bolster needs to be closer. If you need more support for your head. And then find that stillness. So as you rest back on your support, I want you to visualize that you're lying under the full moon. The light of the moon is shining down on you. Maybe seeing a white light or feeling the sensation of light under the full moon. And I want you to think about something that you want to draw more of into your life. It could be a thing, it could be an emotion, feeling. And as you rest here, I'd like you to let go of something that you no longer need. Maybe it's a worry, maybe it's an energy, maybe it's a food, something you no longer need. Coming back to that awareness of the light of the moon and resting here. ready, just draw the knees towards each other as best you can. So you take a bend back into the knees. Bring your arms alongside you, and we're going to slowly peel up from that support, releasing that strap from underneath you. So from here, I'd like you to bring your bolster along the width of your mat. You don't need your block. You may want a blanket for your head, just for comfort, but make sure it's not too high. So just a flat blanket if you're using one. Bring your bolster into your lower back. So your knees are bent, feet on the mat, bolster into your lower back. Bring your hands onto your bolster as you roll back over your bolster, walk your feet closer to it, push up, slide your bolster under the lower back, top of the glutes, and then send your legs long. Make sure it feels comfortable, make any adjustments, and either cactus the arms so you're bending at the elbows, palms facing up, or you might prefer to send your arms long, reaching behind you. And once you're there, close your eyes. As you inhale and exhale, just see if that lower back can sink deeper into your supports. Taking a few more breaths here. When you're ready, take a bend back into your legs. And then draw the left knee in, squeeze it in, maybe sending that right leg long again. If it doesn't feel okay, you keep that bend in the leg. Hold holding on to that left knee, just squeezing in. And then bring that left foot down to the mat and draw in the right knee. Squeeze it in. Again, that option of letting that left leg go long. Release that right foot down to your mat. Bending both feet now down to the mat. Push up and slide your bolster from underneath you, just moving it out of the way. Bring your arms alongside you and slowly, slowly roll your spine back down to your mat. From here, hopefully you have your block close by. You're going to bring your block underneath your head. And if you have your oil close by as well, just grab your oil, just a little bit of it. I don't know what I've done with mine. Keeping the feet bent for now. You can put a drop of your oil just in the palm of your hand again. Your head is resting on your block. Just taking that oil and then bringing your hands to the back of your neck. So you need to make sure your block is in the middle of your head so you can actually get to the back of your neck with your hands. And just give yourself a little neck massage here. You should easily be able to reach the neck with your head on your block. Maybe feeling into any points of tension. Maybe there's some crunching, some nodules, build up of lactic acid in the muscle. Maybe it feels nice to work around the ears, even onto the jaw. We hold so much tension in our jaw. Massage around the jaw. And up to the cheeks, the temples, the forehead, wherever you feel. Maybe going down to the shoulders a little. And then releasing the arms so they're alongside you. Take a little bit of movement through the jaw. So maybe it's a yawn, maybe it's a wiggle side to side. Activate the vagus nerve. So just whatever feels good. Again, releasing any tightness, any tension. And then we're going to let the legs go long, if it feels okay. Let the feet fall out to the side. And then slowly move the head over to the right. And you can pause on any points that need it. Maybe at the back of the head. Any tension spots. Slow, slow movement. Going all the way over to that right side and resting there. your way slowly, slowly back to center. Seeing if you can make the movements even slower. Like a snail's pace. Just that awareness on the movement of the head. And when you get to center, just starting to move to the left, resting anywhere you need. Slow, slow movements. Making your way to the left side. And holding there. When you feel ready, take that slow, slow movement back. Really focus on slowing down. And all the way back to center. No rush. And then taking that bend back into the legs, bringing the knees together, feet together. You're going to cross your right leg over your left. Move your arms further away from your body, palms facing upwards. And then just slightly pick up the glutes and shift them slightly to the right, just a fraction. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, let your knees fall to the ground on your left side. If you need to grab something to rest the knees on, then do grab it. Let the shoulders peel down to the ground. You can feel that stretch through the lower back, the right hip, into the glutes. The eyes are closed and you're just delving inwards. Nothing else matters right now. Just you, your body, your mat. you're ready, slowly, slowly come back to center. Uncrossing the legs, drawing the feet, the knees back together. Making sure your arms still feel comfortable, make any adjustments. Cross the left leg over the right. That slight shift of the glutes to the left. And then dropping down towards your right side. Softening the fingers and the toes. Relaxing the shoulders and the arms. And back to any points that may need that release, letting go. And slowly, slowly make your way back to center. We are going to come to Shavasana if you need an extra layer. It feels quite nice also if you do find you're a little bit off balance. You can bring your bolster on top of you. Try it, it feels quite nice. It's a really lovely posture for grounding. So you still are in Shavasana, but that bolster, the weight of it is just on top of the belly, the chest. You can adjust. If you don't like it, just remove your bolster. Make sure you're warm enough for that extra blanket. And let your eyes close. So coming back to that sense of surrender. Know where you need to be, except right here in this moment. Absorbing your healing practice. Absorbing the healing light and energy of the moon. Allowing this light and energy to just wash over you. Like the tide coming in to shore and releasing back out. complete stillness. Let go. Let go. Let go. Rest here for as long as you need.